Good morning, this is Joe from Citrus County Porch Life bringing you the AA word of the day. And the word today for August 30th, 2024, Friday, is the only requirement. And the quote is from the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. At one time, every AA group had many membership rules. Everybody was scared witless that something or somebody would capsize the boat. The total list was a mile long. If all those rules had been in effect everywhere, nobody could have possibly joined AA at all. And here's the commentary from the Daily Reflections. I'm grateful that the third tradition only requires of me a desire to stop drinking. I had been breaking promises for years. In the fellowship, I didn't have to make promises. I didn't have to concentrate. It only required me attending one meeting in a foggy condition to know that I was home. I didn't have to pledge undying love. Here strangers hugged me. It gets better, they said, and one day at a time you can do it. They were no longer strangers, but caring friends. I asked God to help me to reach out to people desiring sobriety and to please keep me grateful. Yes, it was chaotic when Bill and Dr. Bob started AA. There had never been anything like it. So, they tried to organize themselves. And for most groups today, that the membership, it requires a desire of me to stop drinking. That's it. You don't have to stop drinking. I've been to many, many meetings where people had drank and come to the meeting. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're not disruptive. And because you're right where you should be. You're with alcoholics, and you can hear their stories, and this is what we believe gives us the strength to stay sober just for a day. So the lists are no longer a mile long. There are some rules and regulations that are expressed in what they call a group conscience, where everybody in the meeting at a certain time agrees that this is, the length. It's more organizational. Say how much sobriety you need to be a coffee maker, how much sobriety you need to be a treasurer. And many groups are the same. They require a year of continuous sobriety for a treasurer because you're going to be taking care of money. How much time do you need to become a central service rep or a general service rep? How much do you need to become a secretary? That's a very difficult job. People don't think it is, but some groups just before they slip become very testy. Someone develops a resentment and coalitions form. I've been through it myself. Boy, most of the time a secretary is there just to make sure people stay within the time limit. I know some groups that have a timer, and when the bell goes off, your time for speaking is up. Some groups have hundreds of members that show up, and in order to, I usually, if I see someone new, I won't even raise my hand. I know they need to talk, and I can talk with my sponsor. Maybe they don't have a sponsor and they got to get something off their chest. A secretary also, is there to point out when there's crosstalk. You're not supposed to give advice. You share your experience, strength, and hope. You don't tell someone this will work for you. And so that's mostly how meetings work. There are things that are called closed meeting for alcoholics, not for alcoholics. Now, that closed meeting is for people who admit that they are alcoholics. Some people that attend regular general meetings haven't even come to that point yet. They know they got a problem with alcohol, but they haven't admitted that they were alcoholics. So there are some closed meetings. And it is true that people hug you. You get to make some very good friends. And one day at a time you can do it. And that is the motto of everybody. We do it a day at a time. Every day we've got to make the decision that we're not going to drink today. Just for today. I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'll make that decision when tomorrow comes. Some people have to break it down to even shorter clips than a day. For this hour, I'll make it through this hour. I want to drink, but I won't. And if I think I'm going to pick one up, I'll call someone. And that's how they do it, hour by hour. So this is a very, very good passage. It gets to the heart of AA and why AA casts a wide net to get as many people as they possibly can get. You know, and like a power greater than myself who could relieve me of my alcoholism. That could be God of your understanding. No one's going to throw you out of a meeting because you say you're a Buddhist, or you're a Jain, or you believe in Shintoism. You're welcome if you have a desire to stop drinking. So that's the message for today, Friday, August 30th, 2024. I will pray for travel mercies for any of you traveling on this holiday weekend. I'll pray that you have a good and safe time. I'll pray that you have a sober weekend. I love my first sober weekend at a summer party. I actually listened to people. I wasn't looking, at where the beer was stored. Sat down for 2 hours talking to some people and never got up. Before I would have, every 15 minutes I would have been up for a beer. So, God bless and have a good holiday weekend.